All right. Now I'm ready and I have the tweet pulled up. So I'm going to wait till everyone get in here. We're going to discuss this, everything that has transpired for the past 2 days. So as you guys know, I am a influencer, I tweet, I do YouTube, I do Instagram, all that kind of stuff. And I always give my opinion on things because that's what people do, especially when it comes to celebrities. And you know how when everyone is on the internet, they just, talk about celebrities on the internet like a regular person would do. So that's what I was doing. I'm going to read my tweet and then we're going to get into it, okay? So it says, it says, your size isn't the reason men won't date you. It's the level of class you have. For instance, let's compare Jill Scott to Lizzo. Men, which one would you date? Now, when I made that tweet, I did not expect it to blow up because I have conversations with my Twitter like this all the time. But the purpose of my tweet wasn't to compare two black women and say, oh, one is better than the other. The purpose of my tweet was to discuss how, and I was talking about plus size women. It was to discuss how it's okay to be plus size. Men are not going to date you just because you're plus size. Like, they're not going to not date you just because you're plus size. But they are going to date you if you have a certain level of class. And if you, it basically just depends on how you carry yourself. That's basically what I was saying. So yeah, it blew up, as you guys can see. And again, the purpose of it wasn't to tear black women down. It wasn't to be a pick-me. That's just the name that everyone has given me, pick-me, which I have come to accept it. My name is Mrs. Pick-me now. But the purpose was to draw attention to how it matters in how you carry yourself. Now, I'm not saying that I'm a perfect person. I'm not a perfect person. I have made my mistakes. I even bump heads sometimes with my family members because they feel like I should dress a certain way that they deem respectful, and sometimes I dress different, I still dress in a respectful manner, but not to the level that sometimes they agree on. So I'm not here to judge anyone, but at the same time, there's a time and a place for everything. So when I compared Jill Scott to Lizzo, I was comparing how they carry themselves on the outside. When it comes to Lizzo, we all know that sometimes she goes out with her bare butt out, with her cheeks out, And I don't agree with that. Yes, it is her body. Yes, she can do what she wants to do with it. But at the same time, if you're a celebrity and you're supposed to be this type of inspiration, especially to plus size women, it does matter in how you carry yourself, especially if you have little black girls looking up to you. If you're in the spotlight, you're going to have people talking about you at the end of the day, including me, including myself. I'm a social media influencer. I'm going to have people talking about me, which they have been for the past 2 days. So what does that mean? It matters in how I carry myself. So what am I saying? We need to start holding these celebrities responsible in how they carry themselves. You cannot, and I'm not judging again, but as a black woman, if you're a celebrity and you get out here, you have to carry yourself a certain way that will be an inspiration to the black women that's coming behind you. Now, I know when I made that comparison, a lot of women were saying, oh, well, Jill Scott is just as bad as her. She performed, you see the way that she performed a few years ago? And, I'm not going to get into all of that. But there's a difference between performing, like I said, time and place for everything. But then you get out in the open around everyone and you showing something that don't need to be showed. That's a problem. So I don't really have much to say on the matter, but I really think that a lot of people, they're blowing out of proportion what I meant. I did not mean to tear a wedge in between black women or try to compare black women or tear black women down. I wasn't being fat phobic. I wasn't being misogynistic. Wasn't trying to attract men to what I was saying. Wasn't trying to be a pick me. You know, all of the stuff that people are saying. I'm just saying that we have to start holding people accountable for the way that they're acting, including the way that people are doing me. They're holding me accountable because they're saying that I'm being fat phobic and I'm being misogynistic and I'm being a pick me and I'm drawing a wedge in between black women. Just like you guys are holding me accountable, I'm going to do the same to y'all. I'm going to do the same to these celebrities who everyone is supposed to be looking up to. That's what I'm going to do. Because just like I'm in the spotlight, so are they. All right. So I'm going to open up the floor to anyone that wants to say anything. And I'm going to wait for your requests. Let me know your thoughts. If you disagree with me, that's fine, because I give people the space to say what they want to say as long as you're respectful, because I would want people to do the same for me. So let's see if anybody's requesting to come in. If not, I said what I had to say, and I'm going to end the live if no one wants to come in. Okay, so how do I pronounce my name? So I like the pronunciation Sharice, but it's supposed to be Sharice, but I only let my mom call me that, or my family members, because I don't like that pronunciation. What did I think about Jill's retweet? She didn't retweet it. She commented, because I understand she didn't want to be in the mix. So what she said was to stop it. I respect her opinion, but me, I have my own opinion as well. Just because she say to stop it doesn't mean I'm going to hold off on what I want to say. I believe in my First Amendment rights. I believe in saying what you want to say as long as it's respectful. So yeah, she had the right to say that, and people are saying, oh, she told you to stop, so that means you're supposed to stop. Or people were saying, she told you to stop, so pack it up, delete the tweet. Oh, you just need to give up already. Y'all don't know me. I've always been the type to say what I want to say as long as it's respectful, but say what I want to say and say what I need to say unapologetically. I'm not going to apologize for what I said because I meant every word. I'm not going to take back what I said because I mean every word. And I'm pretty sure the people who are making articles about me and are talking about me online and are sending me messages saying to kill myself and sending me death threats are not going to take back what they're saying either. So if you're not going to take it back, neither am I. Okay? All right. Do I think her weight is healthy for her? I mean, I don't think that's for me to say. Could she possibly be overweight? Sure. But everyone knows her as being plus size, so that's why I made the comparison between her and Lizzo, because I was talking about, in the tweet, I was talking about being a heavier woman and how that's not going to stop a man from dating you. What's going to stop him from dating you is the level of class you have. If you have class, if you don't have class. That's what I was saying. I wasn't trying to compare black women, wasn't trying to tear black women down or be anti-black or anything like that. That's not what I was doing. Let me see. Yes, I'll let you come in. But all I'm going to ask is that you be respectful. You can say what you need to say, whatever. I don't have to agree, but just be respectful. Okay. Hello.
Hello. I'm just joining to say that I find it quite ironic how the body positive movement is all about not judging people by the way they look like and whatever. But the first thing that they saw wrong with your tweet was the way the women looked, and that's how they dragged it down. And they missed the whole point of what you were actually saying about character.
In class.
which I find quite ironic. Yeah. I actually did not know what was going on when you started the live. I went to check quickly on Twitter and then I saw what went down there and I'm like, oh, that's really strange that they missed the whole point of the stuff, making it like focused on their appearance again.
Yeah, because they missed the whole
Yeah.
point. I was far from being fat phobic, which I can talk about that tweet later. I mean that I can talk about that term later. But I was far from being that when I was discussing uh curvaceous women or plus size women. I was saying that just because you're plus size, that's not going to stop a man from wanting to date you. What's going to stop him from wanting to date you is if you're classy or if you're not classy. That's all I was saying. But of course, when it comes to me, everyone draws everything out of proportion. But I'm not really upset because that's something that I'm used to. And then there are different articles coming out talking about the fact that I'm conservative, which is besides the point. You know, that wasn't even what the tweet was about. But hey, that's people hate Black conservatives that much, which I understand to an extent because of the representation that we have had concerning Black conservatives. But that's not what even I was discussing. I was discussing dating.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't even what I normally it wasn't even what I normally discuss concerning politics. But I do have certain conversations outside of politics that people tend to agree or disagree on, which is fine, but at the same time be respectful. And people are telling me that I wasn't respectful with the tweet, but they're dragging me
Yeah.
for 2 days. Like they've been going at it. Like my mentions have been on and popping. I've had to mute my tweet because it's too much.
Do you think you being more conservative leaning was the cause and factor? Do you think another person, maybe a liberal, making that same comparison would have gotten the same kind of criticism?
I don't know. I can't even
Mm,
say. People have went viral for saying things that the media or celebrities have deemed as dumb or unnecessary, but you notice in these articles they're drawing up the fact that I'm a pro-Black conservative
yeah.
and my past affiliations with some people that I don't even affiliate with anymore. It's kind of weird. Doesn't really make any sense. But
I'm
that's the
kind of
life that I'm
curious,
living.
like, mm, sorry, I'm kind of curious in knowing if you received the same backlash from like people that are also pro-Black conservatives, or mostly from like liberals.
I can't even say right now. I'm still trying to differentiate who's who. But it's the
Yeah,
majority is these celebrities who I mentioned their stands. And you know, when it comes to people who follow celebrities die hard, a lot of them are
yeah.
crazy. A lot of them are extremely crazy, and they're the main ones telling me to go kill myself, which is like you telling me to kill myself over this tweet, which I'm not going to
I
do.
know.
But that's not that.
They're a bit. It's like a cult
It's
sometimes.
yes, that's
I know.
exactly. It's giving cults. It's very cultish.
It's giving cult.
It's giving cults. Oh yeah.
It sounds want to kill themselves. Ooh, okay.
And I've received
But
several of those messages, which I just find pretty ironic. But hey, I'm not necessarily upset. I'm just kind of I'm laughing because I didn't think that this type of tweet could blow up like that. But I think again it kind of blew up because she responded as well. But you know, at the same
yeah.
time, my personal opinion, I don't think she really disagreed with me. I just think that she didn't want to be involved with being compared to someone else, which that's not what I was really trying
Hmm.
to do. Because if she was really upset with me, in my personal opinion, I think she would have cursed me out. We all know that Jill can do that. We all know that
Yeah.
she could have did that if she wanted to. She said 2 words. She said, "Stop it," which means just leave her out of it, which I can understand. That
Yeah.
doesn't mean people have to go overboard, and they're currently going overboard with everything.
I mean, yeah, it's kind of ironic to be tolerant in these kind of situations and then just totally like attack somebody that's not buying into that kind of opinion or whatever. But it was funny to see how they completely your point completely went over their heads and they just focused on their appearance, which you were not even really. You were speaking about character, but whatever. As you said, it's kind of like a cult.
It's a cult. It's a cult, and it's just crazy how it's not even crazy at this point. This is just a prime example of how you having a different opinion, as someone who's an independent thinker, can make people so
Mm.
upset that they go overboard like how they are now.
Yeah, yeah. I've been finding it pretty hard myself. I mean, I've been a fan of you for like a couple of years. I follow Revolution of One as well and all that, and I really like the content and all that. So I've also been finding it kind of hard to kind of find your place there where both sides are trying to pull you to their each side and you just want to think for yourself, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I completely like appreciate what you're doing and well, strength to you, power to you, I will say.
Thank you. That's sweet.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No, no worries. Well, that would be me. Have a nice bye.
Message me so I can follow you back. So I don't know if I'm following you, but message me and let me know that you were on the live with me so I can follow you back.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. It was good talking to you.
Same to you.
Bye.
Bye. Okay. So the next person, before I let the next person in, I want to say this. I find it a problem that a lot of Black women like to hold other people accountable, but don't like to hold themselves accountable. Very interesting to me. The moment that you point out what's wrong with a lot of these Black female celebrities, that's when everybody's coming to you and coming at you and saying how you're anti-Black and how you're misogynist and how you're a pick-me. But as Black women, we want to hold everybody else accountable but ourselves. If you're going to hold everybody else accountable, you need to do it for yourself too. Word to the wise. But okay, so the next person I want to come on is Nick. I'm gonna say it again. If you have a different opinion, that's fine. But I need you to keep it respectful. And that's all I ask. Okay.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, hey. So, I guess we're talking about your tweet. I don't think there's anything wrong with your tweet. The only thing I would say is that the way Jill Scott is big is different from the way what's her face? Lizzo is big. Because the way Jill Scott is big, you can tell that her body's just built like that. Like there's some women who are no matter what kind of gym they get, no matter how diet they get, they're always gonna be a little curvy. But if you look at Lizzo, you can tell she's just big and disgusting because she doesn't take care of
So
herself.
are you saying that Jill Scott is just big bone? Is that the term for it?
I wouldn't use the term big bone. I think she's just naturally curvy. There's certain women that are just naturally curvy, and there's nothing you can really do to change that. Like I have a cousin, for example. Um, Back when she was in high school, she was really fat, but then she got into the gym and whatnot, and now she can tell she's curvy in a sense that she's big, in her hips and her top part of her body, but you can tell that she goes to the gym, she takes care of herself. So that's the only thing I would say is that Jill Scott isn't someone who's big because she doesn't take care of herself. She's big just because that's her way her genetics are. But otherwise than that, I think you're absolutely right that Jill Scott carries herself with more class than Lizzo. I mean, we're talking about a lady who was twerking in the basketball game, so that's just obvious.
Like I was saying, she's done this more than once. She showed her cheeks more than once. In public,
Exactly.
more than once. And I think that's what people miss. But I wasn't really trying. I was just using them as an example. Like that really, they weren't really the point of my tweet. Like they really weren't. But I was just
Mm-hmm.
using two celebrity Black women that I could think of who were known as plus size for the tweet.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't even to compare the two. It wasn't even to say, oh, she's plus size and she's obese and this and that. It was really to compare who I feel is classy and who I feel isn't. Who I believe carries themselves in a classless way and someone who I believe carries themselves in a classy way. That was really it.
No, I totally got you. And that the main point of your tweet is what I definitely agree with. But do you feel like there's a smear campaign against you because you're being a black conservative?
Yeah, but this is something I'm used to. So it's like it bothered me for a little bit because I'm just like people are really blowing this out of proportion and really doing way too much. But then I have to remember, well, this is the position that I've been in this position for a while. I've had this type
Hmm.
of feedback for a while. I've been in this game, in a political commentating and influencer, social media influencer game for a long time, and I've gotten backlash like this for a long time. So it's something that I become numb to,
Hmm.
and that I usually I'm basically like I'm seeing everything that everyone is saying, but at the same time looking past it because this is what comes with the territory.
Exactly. A matter of fact, like if you ask me, you should transfer all this clout that you've been getting to some dollar signs, release a book or something.
Well, I think I'm going to make a YouTube. I don't know if anyone's going to be interested, but I have a YouTube
Hmm.
channel. I just haven't been active on there since February. But I think I'm going to make a YouTube video about this and see where that can go. But
Yeah, I think that would be a good
not,
look.
I'm not really bothered by this per se. I'm really more so bothered by the messages that I'm getting.
I mean, this is the internet, so once you put yourself out there as a public figure, then you get,
But
you get let
people
the
are taking
sharks come
it
at you.
far. If I get another "you should kill yourself" message,
Hmm.
I'm not gonna do nothing. But I'm just gonna like, yeah, sit down.
No, I feel you, I feel you, and it does suck that there's people out there that do have that kind of, character about them. You ask me, who you're in private is who you're in public. So if you act like that in private, then that reflects on your character who you are in public.
Yeah.
But like I said, that's just what comes with the trade. So you just gotta understand that that's the situation that you're in right now. And there's positives as far as being a public figure and getting your opinions out, and there's negatives, and that's just one of the negatives that you get. Evil
Right.
people who want to say evil things and not respectfully disagree.
You're right. I agree with you.
All right, but keep your head up, man. I love listening to you. I think you have a very good interest in view, and I think if more Black people express your kind of not express, but we're more independent minded, and not just solely focus on Democratic parties and Democratic issues, the
If,
Black community would be in a much better situation right now.
am I following you?
I'm
Did I
sorry.
follow? Am I following you?
I mean, you might. I'm not too sure. I'm not too
So,
sure. I can
if
send
I'm not,
you
yeah, if
I'm
I'm
sorry.
not, message me so I can follow you back.
Yeah, most definitely. I'll send you a message. But Sharice, Stephanie, thank you so much for your time and just keep your head up.
Thank you. Thanks for joining. Bye. Okay. I think I'm gonna let one more person on and I'm gonna get off because I have to be on somebody's YouTube at 8. So I have to get prepared for that. But I don't think I have any more requests. Yeah, we'll have one more request. Okay. One more. This is the last person, and then I'm gonna say something else, and then I'm gonna be done. Hey,
Hey, what is up, girl? What is going on? I was just watching and I was like, let me go ahead and get on Friends page real quick and see what's going on. But listen, you remember like back then that Destiny Child made this song called Nasty Girl, right?
actually, I don't know that song, but I've heard of that song. No,
You know
no, I
that
have seen a little bit of it though, so I know what it's talking about.
that song is basically they made that song for like this exact reason for women that are out showing it's women in general. It's not even just Lizzo herself. It's this generation in general, how we present ourselves in general as women. And us as being Black conservative women, we're trying to let them know like, hey, this isn't how you're supposed to present yourself as a woman. We're
Yeah,
trying to help, you know. I mean, as a Christian, Sharice, you already know you're gonna be persecuted, baby. You're gonna be
yeah, it
persecuted.
comes with the
This is
territory.
this is what comes with it. And
Yeah,
us trying to lead this generation into a better way, that's what it's gonna come with. They think that they can abort their kids. They think that they can go out and dress any kind of way they want. They think that they can go out here and just kill each other. They think that they can do all these crazy things. And no,
just
that's
go
just
buck
not
wild, no consequences. With every action comes a consequence.
exactly.
Even I'm saying
Exactly.
that with what I said, good and bad consequences. This is not
But
really a
don't feel
bad consequence,
bad.
but it's just feedback. You're gonna get feedback regardless.
Yeah, don't feel bad about it. You're just upset that you're calling out what I say their sin, pretty much. You're calling it out for what it is, and they don't
And
want
I'm
to
not
hear it.
perfect. They gotta understand I'm not
Yeah.
perfect. But at the same time, just like I try to hold myself accountable for stuff, and
Hmm.
people know who I'm talking about. Where I go to them for advice concerning certain situations that I have gotten myself into. Just like I hold myself accountable and confess my
Yeah.
faults to people, I'm gonna hold you accountable too. I'm gonna hold my sister accountable too, because we need to be held
Exactly.
accountable, because somebody's looking at us. Some little girl's looking at you, and they're gonna
Hmm.
follow after you because they think that you're inspirational to them. So they're gonna do what you do, and we're seeing the results of that now. A lot of these little girls getting into stuff they don't have
Exactly.
business getting into because of what they see the women that they look up to is
Up
doing.
to we're doing that right now, and that's especially with one of the girls. Like, I mean, I don't want to really bring her up, but like Chloe. Chloe, she's one of the girls. Like, she's super young. She's so pretty,
I
super
think
talented.
she's either
She
my age or older than, like, a year older than.
Yeah, but it's like, damn, you know, you don't have to go out like that, you know, like your voice is beautiful. You do not have to go and do all of that for attention. Why are you dressing half naked? She's one of them too. And it's like, Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, these are the people that are supposed to be the top of black women. Like, based how you should, pretty much, you, Candace Owens, those are the women that we should look up to. You guys are the women that we should look up to. But we have Megan Thee Stallion, Cardi B, Lizzo, all of these people that are at the top, that our presidents even go and talk to, our House representatives go and talk to these people to get detail on the black community, and they're the ones that's hurting us the most. But in
Did
general,
Biden have a meeting with Cardi B or something?
I think so. I
Like,
think so. Like, it's
what does that say
foolishness. It's
to our
crazy.
girls? What is it saying to
It
us?
says a lot. It says you have no idea how much that says. No idea how much. It says a lot. Oh, mommy, I can be a stripper and still go be in the White House.
Ah,
That's what that says. That's literally what that says. Oh, mommy, I can still twerk and I can still go be a representative in Congress. That says a lot about where all of this is going to lead our kids to eventually, and which is why we have all these problems right now. But I just wanted to come on and let you know, like, you have to understand, Sharice, you are a Christian. They're going to send you these messages. These are people that are upset with their own lives and are upset that you're calling out their BS pretty much. And they feel like they should be able to do what they want. But in the Bible, it lets you know, you continue to lead this lifestyle, you're going to lead to a life or death or destruction to yourself. So you keep going around wearing your clothes like that. Eventually, God forbid, I hope not, Lizzo, but you putting yourself out there, you're bound to be raped one day. You never know. That's how you're presenting yourself. That's how
well,
you're carrying yourself as a woman. Although you
I
might
would
not
say,
want that, but that's how you carry yourself. That's how you're presenting yourself.
a lot of these women have bodyguards, protection, but a lot of our young
Doesn't
girls
matter.
don't. A lot of our
Yeah,
young girls don't. So they're thinking that they can do the same thing as them. When you can't, you don't have the protection that they have. The
yeah.
bodyguards, the security guards, you don't.
And it's making us a bad representation for for the younger generation at that, which is why they're going the way that they're going. But don't let this stop you. Please don't let this stop you. You've gone through, Sharif. You've
Oh
gone through
no.
this so many. You've gone through this so many times. This is like
Yeah.
nothing new. Like the
This
other guy said, girl, you better cash out on this. If anything, you better cash out. Like, seriously. Like, this was a big opportunity. Even though it might not seem like it was an opportunity, it was an opportunity. It probably opened some doors that you don't even know about yet. So just keep going. And you're on TV, girls. Please don't worry about these people. You're doing really good. So keep going. I know you gotta go. I don't want to hold you for too long, but keep doing what you're doing, and I'll pray for you, and stay strong, my friend.
Thank you.
All right, bye.
Bye. Last thing I will say before I get off of here is I will not apologize. I will not. Um I'm unapologetic in a lot of things that I say, and I mean what I say. A lot of people don't have the guts that I have to say what they want to say because they're scared of the backlash, the type of backlash that I'm getting. So again, I'm not going to apologize. If nobody else is gonna stand 10 toes down for me, I am. I am. If nobody else is gonna stand for me, I am. And that's it. I think I will be making a YouTube video soon. I'm not sure of that yet, but I will be on Dr. Boyce's YouTube channel tonight at 8 p.m. for those who want to go see what else that we will be talking about. We will be talking about the situation, and I will be going more into depth. Please, if you want to tune in, visit his YouTube, or I know it's drboycetv.com. Thank you guys for joining. Thank you for all the support. If you disagree, thank you for disagreeing. You know, I respect your opinion just like you respect mine. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.